Your team is very important. It's aligning those team members up that mirror your either investment philosophy or have a relationship with others. I have learned that you really cannot create future wealth with having that in your life.
I'm Kevin Attride, and I'm on a mission to help you with investing secrets, empowering you to succeed financially, changing your financial perspective, and growing your wealth in good times and in bad. And when the next crisis comes, those prepared to weather the storm will achieve great success while the world melts with fear.
Investing Secrets with Kevin Attride.
Today, I have a very special guest for you. I'm really excited to introduce Robin Binkley. She is the co-founder of Ladies Kickin Assets. I love it. And just an amazing woman of character. She's a longtime investor and a relatively new syndicator. And so I thought she would be an amazing guest for our show, really for you as the audience to really find out what it's like to delve into these spaces. So Robin, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure having you here.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited. Really feel blessed to be a part of this.
Robin, please tell us just more about you, about Ladies Kickin Assets. You own another organization. Just tell us more about yourself and your experience.
Okay, so I did not start out in investing. I started out in a traditional life with a W-2 job where I was a nursing home administrator for 24 years. So my background is in healthcare administration, and my husband has worked for a second generation civil engineering company, which he is now the CEO of. It's his own business. And so that's essentially how our lives looked for many years. And our investment strategy was very traditional. It was investing in Wall Street, in traditional stocks. And we had been reading books for years, always had a desire to invest in real estate. Really, our mindset was more about single-family homes. We had not had our eyes opened or opened our minds enough to understand that you can invest in other asset classes and do well. Nor did we understand the concept of using other people's money or syndicating. And so we, for years, invested with our own dollars. And by that, I mean in the traditional stocks. And then about 7 years ago, based on a lot of preparation, because you know, it's not just like you suddenly run out and go strike a deal. You are preparing for years and months for, you know, taking action, if you will. And so about 7 years ago, my husband bought the commercial property here in the Houston Heights area that our business is on. And that was really the moment where you would say our card flipped, because we were then able to extract equity out of that and use those dollars for other investments. But again, we had a different strategy, and that was syndication. So we can talk more about that. But that's really kind of where our beginning started, if you will. But as far as how I shifted in my W-2 job, I ran nursing homes for 24 years, and I retired from that, and I just needed to take pause because that is a 24/7 responsibility. And I was just afforded the opportunity to have some leverage of time, which I never had, and just kind of figure out, who am I? What am I doing? The second half of my life, where am I going to make impact? And just have time to think, which I had never had time to think, really, about myself, our life, and the future.
Robin, that's an amazing background. And tell us more about your organization. You lead a couple different organizations. Tell us about them.
I do. So I am the president of Real Equity Investment Partners, which is a syndication business that my husband and I have between us. I also have a business where I am the co-founder with Courtney Moeller of Ladies Kickin Assets. And that was really birthed out of this past January. She and I were at a goals retreat that the real estate guys put on, which is Robert Helms and Russell Gray. They put this amazing goals retreat on every year. And if you've not ever been to one, or if you've not ever attended something like that, I would suggest for anybody, it's really good to attend something like that and kind of look at all the different buckets in your life and what is it that you desire for your future and really map that out. So I've done that for several years in a row. Anyway, with that, she and I are in a mastermind group together, and we had some time after to just kind of reflect on what was our word for the year, what was our vision for the year. And out of that, she and I both had aspirations to help women, provide women with educational content, and to enable them to dream big dreams and provide them with avenues to take action.
Today's episode has been made possible by our presenting sponsors, Living Wealth, bank on yourself with private family financing, Norada Real Estate Investments, your premier source for nationwide turnkey investment properties, and Lighthouse Wealth, your trusted light for practical guidance to experience financial freedom.
Tell me what practical tips you have picked up along the way. What wisdom do you want to impart with our audience, whether novice or whether an advanced investor?
So practical tips from my experience over really the last year and a half to 2 years would be get out of your comfort zone. That's the first one. And you have to get out and connect and create a network, build community. And so one of the ways that you do that is you just essentially kind of look at who you are, your family and friends, but beyond that, what groups and organizations are you a part of? That can be your church, what social groups, what networking groups. But you need to be able to align yourself with people who are like-minded and have some level of same vision and direction. So drilling that down a little bit further, I am in a couple of different styles of groups, but I'm also in a couple of intensive mastermind groups that are like smaller, that just have accountability, and we meet regularly, as in weekly. And you also then have to get into your Houston market or your Dallas market or your LA market or Atlanta market, and kind of get into your market. So it's more than sitting on your computer and just attending Zooms and watching podcasts, but reading books. So community, reading books, attending in-person seminars if you can, if you're comfortable with that. I know COVID has really kind of changed a lot of that, but it's also afforded people the opportunity to hear information that otherwise was only in person. So it's, both directions. But get out and create some level of community in those regards. And then lastly, I would say, don't just read, attend, network. You have to also then create relationship. I can hand out my business card and connect and do all these things, but unless I'm relationally connecting with you, then I'm not really doing you or me a service, well. And so people will invest with who they know, like, and trust. And trust is really important. So your character and your integrity with who you are is vital. And then finally, I would say you have to, as you're developing your network, really keep in mind the needs of the people that you are coming in contact with. Because as you're trying to build a syndication business or some level of investment, you don't want your mind to be about you and the deal. It's really about helping others achieve financial success or passive income or a tax advantage or generational wealth or whatever their desire is. They may just need to park some money somewhere for a window of time. So you really kind of have to align who you're meeting and coming in contact with a particular deal, because it's really about the other people. And as long as you keep that at the forefront, it's not about you, it's about other people and making them successful, then everything else falls in line. And realizing your success is not going to be instantaneous. I've been preparing for this space in my life for over 20 years. You know, I've been preparing with reading, mindset, connections. And so you have to get out there and do the work. You have to have some skin in the game. And that's not all financial. It's time. It's the relationship.
And that's what I see as a very important foundation of setting the relationship piece, your education piece, understanding what experience can look like through the lens of others. Continue to go deeper. Once someone has that foundation or is starting down that journey, what are some additional practical things that they need to think about in their investing journey?
So your team is very important. And when that was presented to me, I thought, I don't have anybody on my team. I'm not successful enough to have a team. And what I realized is, again, it's aligning those team members up that mirror your either investment philosophy or have a relationship with others. So for example, by team, I mean specifically your accountant and CPA are the foundation of your team. I have learned that you really cannot create future wealth with having that in your life. Not everybody's got a CPA or an accountant because we all pay taxes. And so, but what I mean is I change my accountant because my accountant was just a traditional accountant. If I would come to my accountant and say, hey, guess what I learned at this seminar? Can we do this? And they would say, oh, yeah. But they would never offer that to me on the front side. So I had to align myself with a real estate focused accountant. And so that's very different. So that to me is very, very important, and our CPA. And as my business began to grow, I needed an accountant. And so I've kind of journeyed a little bit with using just traditional QuickBooks and trying to do that myself and screwing everything up. And, then you have to hire somebody to help you unwind everything that you've messed up. So it's real important that you've got somebody that kind of understands the tools that you need to use as you're building your business for your property management or whatever that might be. So the legal team too, the attorneys are super important also, because you want to be having collective conversations with your accountant and legal team and your business team together so that you are aligned on the same page. And I'm in a position right now with our business that we do this pretty frequently. And then insurance is really important also as you're building wealth streams in your life, looking at different forms of insurance. It's helpful if that team of individuals knows each other, and if they don't, that they're on collective calls with you. And one of the things that I think right now that I've learned, and this has taken 2 years really, is you can't just expect to put all sorts of, incredible concepts in place. You need to kind of be analyzing where you are right now and working on that end of year focus right now. And so for those folks who maybe haven't done any of this and they're like, oh my God, what do I do? The most important thing is align yourself with somebody as soon as you can, and then develop a plan for where you're going to go with that team, because that plan may take more than a year to get fully executed, and then you tweak it as your business lines grow. Those are the foundational individuals that we have in our life that I meet with on a regular basis.
And Robin, with the awareness that this is education, we're not giving advice. I want to be really clear on that. In our current economic times, you're seeing a lot of things through your networking, through your clients. I'm interested in your suggestions, knowing we live during a time of great inflation and other challenges in the market.
I would say this is not a time to think in terms of get rich. It's a time of preservation. Sometimes it's also a time of sitting and soaking where you are and I don't mean don't take action, but not every deal that...
In times of turmoil, guidance from successful investors and the wealthy is critical for your success. Subscribe to our premium content to ensure you are well equipped for the growing crisis.
Robin, would you tell us how our audience can get a hold of you?
You can reach me at robin@realequityip.com. What your questions are with what we've talked about, syndicating, just investments, getting started. I don't have much money. What do I do? Or I've got a ton of money and I need some help. Whatever that direction is.
There are more investing secrets that are quite powerful for you to build your wealth. If you'd like a VIP introduction to any one of our experts, click on the link below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single tip from any of our seasoned experts. Okay, watch the next video so you can capture our next secrets to investing. If you're ready, it's time for you to experience financial freedom.
The information contained in this episode are opinions not to be used as individual guidance. As always, consult your own financial team for your investment decisions.